All right, time has come then for us to put in the, we have put in our modal, we put in our footer, we put in our header. So now we got to put in the stuff that goes between the header and the footer. All right, our content. So if you would please go down to the bottom of your content area. It should be where it starts with div class equal item, and then you've got your Patriot stuff. Everybody see that? Can you find that where you are? Everybody found that? Okay. I'm going to hit enter about 10 times, then go back up to the top here. All right? Because most of the information I need is already in there. But I want to make sure I don't mess it up, as they say. So I'm going to come in here and say div class equal content. And there is nothing special about the name content, just so you know that. I mean, it is going to hold my content, which is why I'm calling it that. But I could have called it Ralph. It really and truly doesn't matter. All right? Okay. So this will be the content that will go on our page. So and again, the way that I set this up, I wanted all 6 of them to fit in one row. So I've got the size being 2. 2 times 6 is 12, right? But if you've got 32, you're probably not going to want to put 4 rows of 8, but you might. See how it looks. But since it's 12, you'll probably put like 4 in a row, which means that if you have 32, it'll go down quite a ways, right? Now it's up to you. You can do that and just have it scroll down a big page, or you can put it on multiple pages. That's up to you how you want to do it. What I'm saying is you might want an AFC page and an NFC page. You might want an American League for baseball and a National League. You might want to do it by divisions. You can do that any way you want. I'm not telling you what to do is what I'm saying. Mainly because no one listens to me anyway. So, under our container, don't know I'm getting that, but I am. Div class equal row. So as you can see, I'm already 3 levels into the div hierarchy. And I'm going to go a couple more. All right. So this next one, all right. So this will be basically saying it's going to take up 2 columns. All right. Then I'm going to have my div class equal, this is the first time we're using this, card. And I've said this, I said this to you before, but I am going to say it again anyway. You don't have to put in comments like this. I put them in because they help me. All right? I know that if you use Atom Editor or if you use brackets, they have a thing that's called Beautify, which will line your stuff up. There may be a plugin for Notepad++ for Beautify. I don't know. All right? Okay, so we're going into our cards now. Now I go down, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to grab this image line from down here. Just paste it in there. All right. So this is so far what we have. That's our card, but we also need to add what's called a card block. Okay, we're going to add that next, but I want you to have all that stuff in there. So again, if you would please look up on the screen just for a second. I'll go right back to it. Whoops. Let me bring that one back up and bring up my working one. All right. What we just did with the Patriots hat, $20, and the image, see the stuff right here? That right there. That's the beginning of our card. That's what we just put in right there. Make sense? All right. So now we want to put in what's called the card. We have put in, all right, the card block. And we're going to put in another block, but this block will hold the text. Do you have to do it this way? Heck no. But I think breaking it up like this made it easier to understand. If you don't agree, then experiment with it. Try doing it another way. Hold on. I'm going to, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I missed something here. I may or may not have. Let me check. Div class equal content. Div class equal container. Div class equal row. Div class equal MD2. Div class equal card. Okay, I did. I'm sorry. Let's put in one more div here. Div class equal card block. All right, which means these three lines here have to be tabbed over one more time, and this will end here. I don't know if you guys know this or care. I hate doing this where I have to copy from what I've already done, because I always screw something up. All right, so div card block H3, H6, an image. Okay, so all this stuff that we did previously, put it inside of a card block, please. I apologize for not remembering that. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why it's doing 5 and 6. Oh, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 6. Okay, good. All right. Now that we have done that, we're going to come in here and we're going to make another class equal card block. Now I'm going to copy this, but I'm going to get rid of the guts. Okay? And now the doofus, who is your instructor, I don't think I sent you any of this history stuff. Let me send it to you right now. In fact, I'm not going to put this in the tape, so let me. All right. So let me get back into the file here. Okay, and then the second card block, this is card text. And what I'm going to put in there for the text is literally the stuff from that file. Again, you don't have it, so or you know, if you have it, then unzip it, etc. But it's not that big a thing. I'm just going to grab all of it from right here. This is the Patriots history. I'm going to grab it. It's right from Wikipedia. Didn't want anybody to say, well, you put this thing and you must hate this. No. So I just literally just grabbed it off of Wikipedia. One thing I did do, just so you know, is I did put a line break at the end. Right there. Probably should have put it in a paragraph tag now that I look at it, but it's okay. All right, it'll still work the way it is. All right, now the other stuff that I want to add then, if you look up on the screen here, is I want to come in here and I'm still inside of this div, and I want to do an href equals, and I'm going to put it on multiple lines because I want to make sure you can read it. Okay, so that's the first one. Now, what I would recommend, if you please stop for a second, even if you're typing, just look on the screen. When you get done, I would grab all of this, starting with div column d equal 2 and ending with that the div for it. I don't know what that one is, but started one and we never finished it. So all of that, and I copy it in 6 times or 5 times or whatever. Then just make the changes. Packers hat, Broncos hat, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Does that all make sense? There, it's supposed to be data. That's why I need you guys. All right. This name right here, I changed mine, and I made it, down below I made it Patriots hat down here. It should be the same name as what you used in here. Well, now that I'm looking at it, no it isn't, is it? Yeah, yes it should. So this data name right here should be, for example, Packers hat. And the one down here should be Patriots hat. Chiefs hat. Oh, that's really bad. That should be Dolphins hat. Cowboys hat. And Broncos hat. Well, it's a good news, bad news. I'm looking at mine right now. See that one? That's good. That one's good. That isn't as good. Oh, it's because I left that stuff there. So see how it worked? So if you copy this 5 times now, you're going to have Patriots hat in there every time. Correct? Then you'll have to go in and change it from Patriots to Packers or whatever. change the image, and add the text that I gave you. Does all that make sense? Yes, no? All right. Once you get done, it should look pretty much the way we want it to look for today. I'm still not sure why this isn't working. All right, that should be, but I don't know if I've done something or whatever. I have no clue. All right, so I will get mine working, and then I will take the one that I already have that works, and I will print out 6 hard copies. All right, you'll each get a hard copy. So please tomorrow, listen to this. Please tomorrow, like I said, plan on me being here around 1:30. All right, that gives you a good hour to map up the text that I'm giving you that will be correct with what you have. And then you can tell me where I screwed up. All right, and I'll try to fix that. Tomorrow we're going to build the products page. Everybody hear that? And then we'll just do most of the stuff that we'll do on Friday then. We'll just be tweaking. All right, we'll make sure we're able to go from page to page, etc. Does that make sense? If we get all that stuff done, I'm more concerned with that than I am with you even taking this frickin' networking test this week. All right? But if we get all this done by the end of the week, sorry, Paul, if you ever listen to this, I'm not at all diminishing the importance of your test. All right. If we get all this done, then you will have most, if not all, of next week to convert this yourselves. I want you to get this to work with the requirements I give you as a client-side only application. Do you understand that? Okay. And then we will go back into the ASP.NET world and make it work, hopefully, as an ASP.NET web application. All right, I have a question for you. I'm going to keep the tape going, but I have a question for you. And be honest. Okay? If I can set this up, so that I have a week left at the end of the semester. Okay? So there's a week left and we've covered everything. Not in this class, I'm talking about the morning class. Do you think if I explain this to them that it would make sense? If we did it like this? I would probably just give them a hard copy of the finished stuff and ask them to watch me. But the thing is, the reason I'm telling you that is that would show Bootstrap used together with JavaScript, used together with jQuery. And it would kind of put together everything that we're supposed to be having to finish up that first class. Does that make sense? You think they would be able to understand it if they were just given the hard copy and an explanation? I mean, I'm not going to make them type anything. I'm more concerned with them listening and asking questions along the way if something does or does not make sense. So, all right. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try to come in here and do the rest of this myself. Make sure that with each one of these you change that data ID. That's probably the most important thing that you can possibly change. it's funny, when I did it the first time, they lined up. They don't now, but that's not that big a thing. I can always change that later. That's 2. So I can now get rid of the Chiefs.